Let's get excited in the chat. The moment you guys have all been waiting for. KMS Tespia version 1.2.128. The Seed Reorganization. Courtesy of Max, Orange Mushroom blog. Check him out if you haven't already. Puts out a lot of good content, translates all the KMS content, all the Tespia patch notes very quickly too. Within a day he puts it all online. Good hard work. Whitelist him. Make sure that you have some ads popping up so he can get some money from ad revenue, okay? Help support him as well. With that out of the way, a new test server patch has been released with a bunch of changes to the seed as well as other improvements. So this was released on September 2nd. Oh, so it's already like 3-4 days old now. 4 days old. But we are still on top of it, okay? Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful effect. The seed, so that's Oz. Tower of Oz in GMS. There's also this year's Chuseok event, which I think is like Children's Day or something. Or like kind of like Thanksgiving, if I'm not, like, I don't know, something like that. Choo Choo Food Festival, which I'll cover when the events come to the official server next week. Okay, so that'll probably be the 9th, so probably like the 9th or the 10th. I'll try to go over that next week. I'm also trying to get to 275 before my bosses next weekend, so we're getting close. I'm at 270, oh, this is the wrong character, but I'm at 274 with over 50%, so we are closing in. Seed, indeed. I thought this patch would be the 64-bit clients since they said it would be released in September, but it's actually still 32-bit in Tespia. So either we'll be getting it later in the month or a separate patch, or it's going to get delayed again. Ooh. I was actually hoping that that would be in there as well. It might be a separate thing in a few weeks then? That is... okay, hopefully that's not going to be a huge setback. I hope they don't delay that, because they were saying September for a long time. That would suck if they do end up delaying that. So that's not in this patch. All right, already the taking the edge off for the people who were expecting that 64-bit client preview. I guess it might be a completely separate part of the team who's working on the 64-bit client and who can roll that out like separately from everything else. I guess, with my limited knowledge of like computer stuff. Suction, yes, suction for the seed. The seed reorganization. Thank you for letting us know that the sound is still on. Epic is going to be on it. The seed organization. The seed floor reorganization. Developer notes, we would like to improve various parts of the seed that made it unreasonable to use. First, we improved several floors that provided unreasonable play experiences, such as 7th floor, when you spend more time waiting for monsters to be summoned than the time it took to kill them, and floor 34, where you had to remember too much information to solve the quiz. If I remember correctly, this is why a lot of people just speedrun floor 41 and then start over, because you either lose a lot of time on 41 or the whole run is way more annoying having to write everything down that you have to do, right? In addition, to make it a fair competition based on control, all floors have been changed to individual maps and all play patterns that hindered fair competition have been removed, such as being able to stop the hazy stone timer in places other than the shelters. I'm pretty surprised it took them this long to do it. The quiz one, yeah, I know. I'm saying this is why people do 41 and then get out, so they don't have to do 43. Other than that, various errors reported by many players that have been corrected, and various improvements that have been made for convenience, so that the seed content can be enjoyed more comfortably. I should just say Oz. I should just say Oz content. Yeah, no problem, Drang. Just keeping those listening skills sharpened. All floors other than the shelters have been changed to individual maps. When you enter 12, 17, 22, 23, 27, I don't know off the top of my head which floors these are. I've done Oz a little bit, but it's been a while. At least they're doing it, yeah. Any job writing skills will be automatically deactivated. The 10th, 20th, and 30th boss monsters' HP has been increased. Okay. Because I think a lot of those are actually really weak, right? And there's one stage with like a dummy that you have to like pull through the map with a special skill or something. I don't know. The stage progress bar has been changed so that it does not display when you exceed the stage goal amount. Okay. Floor 1. The stage clear conditions have been changed from defeat 100 monsters, deal accumulated 50 mil damage, to defeat 100 slimes, defeat Ancient King Slime. And that's it. Okay, so not the hit one time, run out, but you actually have to kill monsters. The number 1 cards will no longer drop. Pets with the item loot skill activated will no longer loot card items. Alright, that's probably all good changes. And this is going to be instance, right? So I guess you're not going to run into... well, Does that mean you're still gonna run into a map that someone else left with like a bunch of 5s on the door, or? I guess we'll have to wait and see confirmation for that. Ancient orange turtles and ancient blue turtles will now drop ancient turtles golden egg, which you can acquire one of them. You will receive the effect of accumulating 50 ancient turtle eggs. Right, so you don't have to kill like a specific type of monster, just kill the total amount. The NPCs will no longer appear. There's a lot of changes here to almost all the floors. I'm not going to go over all of these, but it seems that they are making the whole of Oz doing a grand sweep. Floor 7 is completely redone. Platforms on floor 9 reduced. Error fix. So the screen isn't dark. If you choose the wrong platform, you will now be moved to one of the platforms on the previous floor. The effect displayed. Oh, on the previous. Oh, is this the one where you have to go like all the way down? If you take the wrong one, you go all the way up. But now you just go up one instead. That will make this on average much faster. I remember one time I YOLO'd my way down and got it right every single time on the way down, and I didn't make a single mistake. That's pretty big, yeah. Fixing our refrigerator will rub playing screen will remain darkened. Fixing coconut fruit in certain situations, the number of coconuts acquired would not be increased. Yeah, oh, this one is very annoying, especially if you have to start hitting the trees for the coconuts, because some characters, like as an arc, it's actually pretty hard to hit the tree at the right time to be able to get the coconut from the tree. Overall structure of the map has been changed. Allies to summon conditions have been changed from defeat 300 monsters to defeat 200 monsters. If you fall while using transparent platforms, you will now be automatically moved to the nearest checkpoint without using the soul connector. It improves so that when you enter, the stage will begin with monsters summoned on both sides of the map. Is this the one with the zombie monkeys? Is that 26? I mean, since they're saying monsters summoned on either side, I'm guessing. Orange slimes. I don't remember that. As an improvement, all of one type of monster has been defeated. Only the other type of monsters will be summoned. I don't remember Oz. I haven't done it in too long. Number of sand crystals required to clear the stage has been changed from 1 to 7 to 1 to 4. Okay. Now check the ferry's location. A lot of changes. You can no longer use rope connect in 34 floor. You can no longer use blink. Which one is the one with the blue map with the cargoes? That's pretty early on, right? This floor 4, yeah, okay. Time it takes before a monster can be hit again has been decreased. Okay, that's nice. So it improves so that when the monsters are defeated after a certain period of time, the same type of monsters will be summoned. I want to break through this floor has been changed to be the first option. Nice. MC dialogue option. I will want to challenge the quiz has been changed to be the first option. Oh. Don't people's muscle memory is gonna make them select the wrong one for a bit probably. So it improves so that when monsters are defeated after a certain period of time, the same type of monsters will be summoned. This floor has been renewed to be a new floor, 43. So they're doing something completely different there. The show windows location has been adjusted so there is nothing that obstructs the monster silhouettes. Huh. Interesting how there's no feedback here because people just don't do these floors. There's probably a bunch of stuff that needs to be fixed on these floors as well, but if there's no player feedback because nobody does the floors, then they have very little to go off of. The ring box reorganization. Alicia's ring box's rewards have been adjusted based on the box rank. The following items will no longer appear. 5% clean slate scroll, Ryud's sword, and light seeker are gone. The amount of spell traces from the Alicia box ring rank 69 has been increased. You can now trade 100 broken box pieces for a shining ring box. This box gives a level 3 to 4 skill ring with different rates for each ring. These ranks were organized with the goal of providing a reward experience that matches their ranks and to improve the negative reward experience. To reduce the negative reward experience, I hope. If you improve the negativity. Which is more negativity. We have adjusted the rewards overall based on the main on the mainly used rank 2 box, yeah, to provide a suitable level of rewards for higher or lower ranks, including the type of skill rings and the acquisition rates. In addition, we have increased the usage of seed points and broken box pieces and increased the base amount of skull traces given. And they changed the shop as well, which we'll be seeing in a little bit here. Ranking rewards reorganization. First place gets the Doherty effect. That's the one we saw on the top of the patch notes. This one. 20 Alicia's Blessings, which I believe are experience coupons. And 200k seed points. Second to 10th place get the Scarecrow effect. 10 blessings and 100k points. 11th to 30th, the Cowardly Lion effect. Aww. And 5 blessings and 50k points. And then 31st through 50th, the Tin Man Wooden effect. 3 Alicia's Blessings, 30k seed points. Various effects are cash items that you can turn on and off. The Alicia's Blessing is an untradeable coupon that increases experience acquired by 50% for 30 minutes. When you say MVPs, you mean that their area of effect things that stack with everything we have? Because some MVP buffs are just like regular XP coupons, and some MVP buffs are atmospherics that stack with everything. Typically, the term MVPs is used for atmospherics. They are atmospherics? Oh, okay. That's some good-ass rewards then. The current seed ranking rewards were very ineffective. Through this reorganization, the rewards have been changed so that they can be things that show off the ranker's honor. We've also added Oz points to the rewards to provide a better experience. Nice. Yeah, if you can get 20 half-hour, that's pretty good. Then the reorganization of the shop. Following items have been added. Dorothy overall voucher. 2 million points, requires floor 30. Dorothy wand voucher, same thing. Toto riding voucher, same thing. Dorothy mask voucher, 1 million points. And double experience coupon for 15 minutes for 10k points. Which is not visible here, but you guys can imagine what it looks like. Following items have been removed: Reindeer Milk, Sunrise Dew, and All Cure Potion. Yes, we're finally in the 21st century, guys. We did it. Usage of seed points was improved by adding the seed-related cosmetic items and experience coupons, which can be purchased at all times from the seed point shop. That's actually nice to have another type of source for experience coupons, because right now, I mean, what do you really have? You have like the Sundays Monster Park, I guess. You have Legion, which is pretty expensive. Not everyone can afford that. You have the Dojo points, which are kind of limited, and also, you know, you're limited on coins. So having more sources. Are there experience coupons in Ursa's shop? They're not, right? I feel like they could just add them there as well. This way people will just do a lot more of the different content if they want to keep their experience coupons up the whole time, you know? This is how you make PQs and jump quests an actual option? Yeah. I don't understand why this wasn't there in the beginning, but you know. Events have extra sometime. Yeah, true. Okay, other changes. The Oz-related achievements have been added, don't care. Entry conditions for Oz have been changed to level 200 or higher characters who have completed 5th job. You can now enter the cash shop and change channels in the shelters. And the base time is 20 minutes now. And you can now unequip the stones while in the lobby. I guess if you misclick. Row B? Okay. Oh, lobby. Got it. The Hazy Stone slot expansion costs have been changed. 4k for the second, 25, 40, and 80k third, fourth, and fifth. I don't know what the current prices are. This seems... Is this cheaper? This seems cheaper. I'm not familiar with the current prices, though. The timer has been changed so that it no longer stops. I guess now it pauses in between floors or something, and now it's going to keep running. I guess that's why you get the extra 10 minutes. Cheaper, but not by much. Okay, is it like 5, 30, 50, 100, something like that now? Or you spent 8k to unlock the second slot. Oh, that's half the price. That's not too bad. Stupid pills greater than hazy stones? Yeah, true, I agree. Fix an issue where if the next stage was an individual stage, the timer would stop if you tried to enter while in a party. The timer will no longer stop while listening to Alicia's explanations after entering a stage. Okay. So they're giving you the extra time, but the time is going to constantly keep running. Cash shop, we have some candle pets. Some deformed flappy ear cats who look a little bit ditzy or angry. We have all the lucid pets, you have the bunny pets, you have the space pets. I think these usually do pretty well. I think a lot of people look forward to these ones. And then we have the Sun Wukong pet. Skill improvements. Oh, interesting. Improved an issue where if cannon shooter applied buckshot, skill sound effects were awkward. Well, that's unfortunate. Instead of just making that a passive. The skill sound effects were too loud because of the increased number of hits, and we have been continuously improving this issue. The current sound playback method only plays some of the sound effects of the multiple hits, so it felt like a different sound effect from the original skill sound effect. To improve this awkwardness, we have changed it so that it decreases the volume of the skill sound effects by a certain percentage rather than the sampling method. I mean, the other thing I'm looking forward to for buckshot is just make it so that every single instance of a line of damage doesn't show like this scratch on the screen that covers everything. Because when I'm playing with lowest possible visibility and I have buckshot on and I throw out a bullet, I still can't see the boss because it's still covered in damage particles. Adding the transparency to the particles as well, I think is necessary to make like this visible and playable. But concerning boss visibility, we have a little bit more stuff later on. Stay tuned for that. Dawn Warrior can now use elemental shift to jump upwards while charging across the sticks. That's a pretty small thing. You can up jump while charging. Big whoop. When Blaze Wizard's Flame Discharge Fire Line is activated, the damage will no longer disappear even if the monster disappears. Okay, so the lines will go on. Battle Mage's Drain Aura. Recovered MP has been changed from a percentage of the base MP to a percentage of the max MP instead. I mean, I imagine Battle Mages are probably not relying on this skill to get their MP up, but I mean, might be a little bit of a help early on to save on potions. That's nice during Rift. But during Rift you don't even have to charge it, right? Or is that not Rift? Is that the wrong skill? Wild Hunter's Jaguar will no longer be affected by your own skill effect transparency. Not sure if I want that. Xenon's Instant Shirk's additional avoid rate will now work additively with dual breed defensive additional avoid rate. Okay, sure. Certain large skills have been improved. Eruption, Absorption, Expression skills have been improved to prioritize free dragon veins within range. That's these guys, right? Slumber Awakening and Large Stretch have been improved to prioritize nearby dragon veins. Dragon Vein's traces have been improved so that the minimum distance limit to move to a dragon vein has been shortened. Cool. Dragon Vein's traces excluded dragon veins that were too close to the character when looking for ones to move to. Ah. Because of this, if you tried to use it to move to a dragon vein above you after using up jump, there was an issue where sometimes the character location and the dragon vein's location were too close and you could not move to it. It's kind of like if you're using Gust Drive as an arc. If you're just below a platform, because of the collisions, you actually go up instead of down. It's kind of just like a weird interaction that... I guess the arc one they left in, but this one was unintended, so they changed it up a little bit. Removing the search restriction logic would be inconvenient, as you would move to dragon veins that were too close. So we want to alleviate this by decreasing the range restriction by a little. Okay. So that's more quality of life stuff. You can now cancel free Dragon Vein's action by using Dragon Vein Eruption or Dragon Vein Absorption while using it. Okay, so you can animation cancel the Memin. There was an issue where you could cancel the action of a skill on a free Dragon Vein to bring up the Dragon Vein selection UI, and it was fixed with the July 22nd minor patch. Because of this, after the patch, it could feel like there was a delay in free Dragon Vein's action. Being able to cancel the action of the previously used skill was not the intended playstyle when we developed Free Dragon Vein, but due to its nature, the delay in the process of having to create it, then choose the element was an inconvenient factor. Therefore, we have changed it to Free Dragon Vein's action Can be cancelled by using... Basically, there was a bug. We were gonna fix it, but actually, there was something else that was broken, and this bug actually helped fix that, so we're gonna leave it in. Okay. Now, when it comes to monster visibility, don't get too excited, chat. Hold back your excitement, but you can make the game look like this now, so you can see where all the monsters are that you're attacking through the animation of your skills, including the boss fights, so that when you throw out the big skill, it can now look like this. You can already tell I'm a huge fan. I think this will have great success in helping people fight bosses. But if you think that's amazing, for the people who have mild epilepsy, don't look. Like skip forward about, I don't know, like a few minutes in the video. Because this is unironically like color blinking and could like induce seizures if you're prone to that. So like we said before on the stream, I'm happy that they're thinking about solutions, because layering and visibility is a huge thing that I think should be addressed in this game. It's weird that they're not making it like a KMS topic on the discussion board, but they're just like squeezing this in and being like, this is good enough, right guys? This is good enough, we don't have to like talk about this. No, we have to talk about this because this is a horrible solution for a problem that definitely does exist. Yeah, so this is... Oh, wait, that's an elite? Yeah, so you can see that the corner of the elite is, like, constantly going between yellow and red and yellow and red, and is, like... It's flickering the whole time. So, yeah, what I think is it would be cool if there would be a setting where you can choose the layering, where instead you make the skills go behind the boss versus covering the boss, right? It will look a little bit awkward, but at least you'll be able to see the boss completely, and the skills will just be layered behind him, versus this. Just look at the outline of Magnus in this boss fight. Like, no. I don't want this. Like, even if anyone turns this on accidentally, I feel bad for them. Like, I know this is just an option, and you don't have to turn it on, right? You don't have to choose this. But why? We'll change all their animation of skills? No, you change where it's visible. You change the layer of the game where the skill is visible to one layer lower than where it is now. Okay, he's going a little bit slower so we can still see the... Oh my god, that flickering, dude. Wait, did he just resist that? We have Demian. Dude, this is with him being visible? He turns into a blob? He's probably too busy looking at the boss too. Oh, he can still get hit. Wait, he got hit there? Wait, this is KMS. I thought that hitbox was fixed. You can see the blob. You see that? You see the blob here? He was here, he went here. He still gets hit there. I thought the hitbox got fixed. Well, under category thanks, I hate it, there's this thing. Is this hard, Damien? Sorry, I just had to... Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Maybe Lucid is better, guys. Okay. I don't understand why it has to flicker like that, though. What? Just delete Wind Archer? I think that's the wrong conclusion. Oh yeah, you can see the sprites of like the entire attack. I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, you need to turn your visibility of your skills down if you're a Wind Archer. Uh-oh. You got one of those Scardor hits. Well, when using certain content, if you didn't lower the opacity of your skill effects, you couldn't see monsters' pattern, which created an uncomfortable experience. Therefore, we have provided you with a feature that makes the experience even more uncomfortable, so that you would actually feel good going back to the old situation and stop crying about it. Oh, sorry, I misread. When you're hitting it, so you can enjoy the content without having to make your skill effect transparent. Yeah, well, that's exactly what it does. I'm glad they developed this problem-free feature that I'm sure all of KMS is jumping for joy about like now. In the boss Guardian Angel Slime, when entering certain patterns, the notice text has been improved. In the boss Will, the following improvements have been made. In Phase 1's dimension collapse pattern, when you are forcefully moved to the other dimension, you will now receive invincibility for a short period of time. Didn't we already have that? I mean, you're invincible to the tornado for a short amount of time. Could you still get pushed like immediately? Yeah, maybe, I guess. Oh no, that's when you manually switch, right? Because that's when the test starts. Sometimes people get switched into a tornado and then still die because the tornado is in the other dimension. Oh, that should get rid of those deaths. Oh, thank God. What's still gonna happen though is people are gonna switch, see tornado, panic jump into the direction of the tornado, and then still get hit by the tornado a second time. But that'll be much less. So now the auto switches on Phase 1 won't kill you, right? The issue where Phase 1's dimension collapse pattern was delayed has been alleviated and warning text has been added. Wait, you can now get a message that there's a test? So if you solo, you could just always switch? Huh. To improve the issue in Will where you would die as soon as you were moved to the other dimension because of remaining patterns on the map, you will now be given invincibility for a short period of time. Additionally, we have alleviated the issue of the delay dimension collapse pattern, and once you reduce the negative experience caused by the delay by adding warning text before it is activated. Huh. So like all the difficulty of Phase 1 is immediately gone now. Okay. I mean, this one was kind of like an annoying one that we had to play around, which that probably should be fixed. This one, I mean, this part of the boss mechanic is that you have to be available for the pattern at any given time. You know roughly when it's going to be, but it's going to be delayed a little bit. You have to be in different dimensions, and that's like the mechanic of the boss. That's a little weird for them to just throw that one under the bus, but I guess okay. Reducing the server lag on test plus message, but there's no message in Phase 1 for the test. That's why we have to call it out. When is there a message in Will? The giant thing is the message? Yeah, like, that's an eye. That's not a message, right? Oh, Boskop says they're reducing the server lag on test plus message. What he writes means they're reducing the server lag on a test, and they're reducing the server test on a message. But he means plus they are adding a message. Never mind. I don't think they mean the eye, no. I think they mean an actual message popping up in the screen. That 50% Twilight Epic Potential Scroll will no longer drop from Twilight Parry on monsters. Never seen this thing before, okay. In Reboot World, monsters in Tyrant Citadel will no longer drop Elysium equipment that do not match your job. Yay! Thank God, dude. Finally, man. All of my characters that I'm farming in the Tyrant's Castle, in Magnus's Castle to try to get Elite Elysium gear, but I keep getting the gear for other classes, man. Finally, they're fixing it. Like the part 2 message. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be the same as that, yeah. Special cores will no longer disappear when their duration ends. Their skill effects will no longer apply after their usage period ends. Oh, so you'll still be able to extract them. So we don't lose our shards. Ooh, nice. For people who keep forgetting that all the time. That's nice. Dude, instead of making us extract and make a new one though, there should be a way to just empower a node to like reactivate the timer. That would be like cheaper than making a new one. That would be the one. You just make like a permanent special skill node, but you just pay per week activation and that's it. I mean, I wish you could just pay for a day of activation for the boss one and then for like a week activation of the training one. Like me every week? Yup. I think most people forget about these things. Maybe not every time, but like you regularly forget about this. Because you're like, ah, maybe I'll train again tomorrow, and then you don't train tomorrow, and then you forget about it, and then it's like you log in, oh, the special node has expired. It's like, fuck. Class of transformation and riding skills can now use the turret while transformed in Protectosfera or riding their skills. Mercedes, Mechanic, Kaiser, and Wild Hunter. Equipment window. If you choose a tab other than the equip tab, the opened arcane symbol and authentic symbol windows will now be closed automatically. If the graphics options, the default damage effect has been changed to the basic effect. Sure. Reboot World guild skills have been changed. The regular one, guys, not the noblesse skills. Guild skills related to scrolls will no longer be displayed in the UI. Master of Enhancement Destruction and someone else's business and not afraid of failure. The max level of certain guild skills has been enhanced. There are stars within me. That's the Star Force. Oh, that's the wrong one. The one that gives Star Force so you can train in Star Force areas. Oh, amidst the stars, I guess. That was now at 15, so I'm guessing it's going to go up to level 4. And then guilds Spicy Taste 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I believe are these here. This one, Guild on Fire. 1, 2, and 3. Did I say 1, 2, 3, and 4? 1, 2, and 3. So these are just getting some more attack and stat, I believe, and then this one is getting some more Star Force instead in Reboot. So it's small fix, but a little bit of damage again. But then the real shit for Reboot World, okay? Bam! I'll let you guys look at this for a few seconds, and I'll look at your reactions in the chat. How do you feel about this one? In Reboot World, you can now purchase Day of the Week badges for 15 bill mezzo each. That's a lot of money. But 7-day Monster Parker plus 7-day badge of the week, 10%, 10%, 10% IED. That's pretty nice. The other thing is, when you get your 7-day badge, we talked about this today earlier on stream, when you get your 7-day, that's a special badge you get, and then you can sell off all the old ones, right? You can also sell the old badges for 3 bill resell, which does mean if you get all of them, you can get 21 bill back. It's still expensive, okay? It's like if you don't have any, it's 105 bill, and then you get 21 back. So you're still paying 84 bill, which is still expensive. But if you have a potential badge, I mean, this just means that you get 3 bill per badge that you got in your account, so it's free money. If I'm being perfectly honest, I wish they would reduce this to like 10 bill and the resell the 2 bill. I feel like that would be way more doable. It would still be expensive, but it would be like endgame pushing, and it would be like 70 bill and you get 14 back, so you're paying 56. That's still expensive, but if you're like min-maxing at that point, I don't know, maybe 5 bill makes more sense. Not sure where they should put it, but 15 seems too steep for me. No, in GM, and this is the KMS price, so in GMS they could even tweak that price. You know, like the price for Master Craftsman cubes is also like 50% higher in GMS than it is in KMS. But that's pretty steep. I'm expecting them for the KMS release to lower that, honestly. Maybe even cut it in half or something, like 10 bill or 7.5 or something. They're 1.5 to 6 bill in GMS auction house. Wow. Yeah, and at the 5% at the 5x mezzo, that would be like, yeah. So if you take an average of like 3 bill and then 5x to 15 bill, I guess that's what they're looking at. Is it better than potential badge? Not initially. In KMS though, they don't have potential badges, right? So it's a no-brainer for them. The one thing is though, like if we do one day end up with bosses that have like 500% PDR or something, IED can become very valuable. But the problem is, if ever a boss comes out with that much PDR, there will probably be IED power creep, and GMS already has access to more IED than KMS does. So a change like this will always be more beneficial for GMS in the sense that we have more options and more alternatives, you know. Excuse me. They could go like you have Kana, so have 30 bill badges. Yeah. Yeah, but this is the KMS prices, right? Yeah, but they could put them at 30 bill each, yeah. Then I think most people won't get them. They will just NPC the ones that they have and skip it. I think so. Scardor 7 runs a day for 4+ years has 2. I believe I have 3 now, actually. I believe I have 3 now. I've got 2 Wodans. Hang on, let me check my achievements. I think I got 2 Wodans and one other one. Adventures Special. Monster Park. Yeah, 1 Saturn. Yeah, I got 1 Saturn and 2 Wodan so far. And that's after clearing Monster Park 8,438 times. Some of that was in old MapleStory, but most of that was in Reboot. We're almost at the 10k with only doing one server. God, there's like 1,600 more times. That's only like 240 days. Not even a Pruba. No Pruba. No Pruba, no Juna, no Mano, no Chu, and no Donar. Nate said he already has 2 on his 0. That's pretty crazy. So he's definitely going to get that. But yeah, we'll see if the price goes through. Developer knows the materials needed to acquire the 7-day badge required a low level of characters. Oh yeah, I can show this by the way. So if you have this one, you can see on the right side, you can see the set bonus, right? So it says 7-day Monster Parker and 7 days badge, and then has an additional 10% IED for the set bonus if you have both of them. But since the chances of obtaining those items was very low, read impossible, it was an item that maintained high value. Therefore, in Reboot World, where there is no trading, the difficulty of acquiring the 7-day badges was insanely high. We have changed, I'll embellish a little bit. We have changed it so that you can buy the day of the week badges at appropriate costs. But then, the real shop, the real homie, coming through. Even if those badges are too expensive for you, okay? Because 15 bill, that's a lot of money. What about these though? 20 slot soul bags, 20 slot herb and mineral bags, 20 slot material bags, 20 slot recipe bags, and 20 slot chair and title holders. Just unlimited, just for sale for all your characters in your account. That is a lot of extra inventory space. That is some good shit. 20 slot bags too, because I think when you're creating, I think you're making 10 and then into 11 and into 12 if I'm not mistaken, if you're making if you're making bags. Oh, it's 8 into 10 into 12, and that's the highest level. You know how much work this is? How many characters I've done this for? So much work, and now you could just click, boom, 50 mil, 20 slots, almost double. You could use 1 soul bag, yeah, only 1 soul bag, if I'm correct. If I remember correctly. I'm pretty much 100% sure about that, but let's double check. It should be down here somewhere. Yeah, you can only use 1 soul bag at a time. Yeah. So these special event ones are 40 slots. Oh, this is not nearly as full as it should be. So you get when you don't do dailies anymore. But at 20 slots, it's still very useful. Plus, if you have a bunch of extra souls, you can just buy it on a bunch of characters and just throw all types of souls in there. Made mineral coin purses for all my characters took a while. Yeah, I mean, I did it for almost all my characters back then until I ran out of materials. A bunch of classes have come out since, so I'm probably covered a little bit more than half my characters. Never throw minerals and herbs again. I think early players probably still will, because 50 mil early on is quite a lot for a bag and maybe not worth it. But you can still throw like some low-level shit away without really feeling bad about it. 20 slot material bags is pretty interesting, because that's going to be that's powders and monster crystals, basically what goes in there. Maybe they're finally going to do something with powers again? With powders? Who knows? You can find 50 mil mezzos. Yep. And the other edition. See anything different here, guys? In the Reboot shop? You never need 20 slot material bags. Only if you're hoarding like a bunch of advanced and superior item crystals, I think. Only then. Holy shit, melted cheese. Flames Pog, yeah. So you see the value here of the cubes by the way? 4.9? Is the difference blue? It is, it is. So we have 50 mil for each of the type of droplets. Unlimited sale in the shop. Pet food, let's go. Actually, the pet food, I'm not sure if it was in this shop. I always bought it from the other NPC. Droplets in the same shop as pet food and sunrise dews. Yeah. All the eras together. So you can now buy them 50 mil each. You can now buy craftsman cubes, powerful rebirth flames, and silver potential stamps in Reboot World's Arcane River General shops. Ah, so that's why they're together. You can now buy these equips as well in the Arcane River area. Too late to start playing this game? Any tips? It's never too late. It's always too early. Maybe. Oh yeah, so if you check in the chat, !new, right up there. There's a lot of information for there. First you have to decide what server you're going to play on. You can ask for some advice, of course, on that as well. Maybe some other experience of people in the chat. And the second one is to check that information in that command. You'll be on your way to success. You're in the US? Yeah, I'm playing on NA Reboot as well. That's what people are. Ability. For unique and legendary ranking ability, the rates for the second and third lines of ranks have been changed. Again. Before, unique rank, epic 10%, rare 90%. Legendary rank, unique 5, epic 15, rare 80. Okay, after. At unique, epic 30, rare 70. Unique 10%, epic 40%, rare 50%. Oh my god, we have to wait even longer to redo our inner ability. This is a huge change. That average cost is going to go down by so much more. Man, don't touch your inner ability, okay? If you're trying to min-max your inner ability, don't touch it until like March, alright? What's the difference? Exclamation mark, reboot. Boop. There you go. Well, non-pay to win is with an asterisk. But it's very low amount of pay to win. Why was rare 80% in the first place? On legendary? Yeah, I don't know. That is just ball breaking, dude. Too late, I already got what I wanted. I'm happy for you, man. Don't touch your outer ability either. I'm constantly touching my outer ability. Sitting at 20% mezzo until the update? Good man. Good man, that's the way to do it. You only need a third line at this point? Well, time to hold off, right? It was 5% before? Yeah, 5%, 15, and 80. At least this was in KMS. We kind of don't know if GMS has the exact same ranks. They never released these rates for GMS, but yeah. You know, crate rate line, so that change is fat. There are some changes coming before this as well that make re-rolling cheaper and eliminate some of the variants. But this, in addition, is going to make it even better. So. Sounds tough? It sounds tough, but it's fair. Tough but fair. For ability lines, the critical rate percentage line will now appear when resetting epic rank ability using honor. Oh. In addition to the last update where we removed the chances of ranks going down when resetting ability and decreasing the reset cost, we have increased the rates for second and third lines to be high rank for unique and legendary rank ability. Also, the critical rate percentage line will now appear at epic rank ability when using honor, the same as when using miracle circulators. In the future, we will continue to work on reducing... Wait, you could not get a crit rate on epic if you rolled, but you could get it with circulators? That's some weird shit. Okay, well, good that they fixed that then, I guess. Can GMS give us all the quality of life shit faster? Goddamn. Well, this is not even live in KMS itself yet, right? But I do agree though. But they have been faster. So in the past we were always like a year behind. Then we were 6 months behind. Then we were like 4.5 months behind. And now for some things they're actually releasing it with a 3-month delay. That's still quite a bit, but it's better than 6 months. If we don't get these changes, the rename would be in order to CMS, Cuck MapleStory. Okay. Security has been improved so that lie detectors do not activate during story cutscenes. Nice. Wherever you detect monsters with skills that deal damage or summon for a certain... We don't even have lie detectors. Connected to Red PC, we've confirmed that some users who exploit goods using illegal programs for profession skills are actively using Red PCs. Accordingly, we will apply this restriction to limit the exploits of these users. Considering the security rank structure for Red PC trade restriction, we have confirmed that generally players are Yellow PC or Green PC when they start using profession skills earnestly. However, for Reboot World, profession skills are essential from early stages, so no restriction will be applied there. The existing Red PC trade restrictions were made with the goal of account security, but this profession skill restriction was done for the purpose of creating a better gameplay environment. For account security, we recommend that you sign up for Nexon OP. Isn't it like OTP, one-time password? Is that what that is? And play safely on a green PC. For more convenient usage, the following improvements have been made to Nexon... Oh, OTP. I think it was supposed to be OTP there as well. The maximum number of PCs that can register and save lists has been increased from 3 to 5. The skip second password input when logging in option on Nexon OTP settings has been expanded to skip second password input. If you already have the option labeled, you will automatically be expanded to the new option. Huh. Next one, try to tell us what color PC we have to play on now. Yeah. No, this all didn't go through for GMS. The official red, yellow, green PC system was never implemented into GMS. But they did do the two-factor authentication. Remember then when you could like sign up and when there was like a giveaway for the people who signed up for 2FA and stuff like that? That was because we were getting our own GMS version of the red PC system, basically. Red PCs are like when you log into a computer but you haven't logged onto that one before. I think you have to play on a computer for a certain period of time before it becomes like a trusted computer. And you have to go from like red to yellow status, and that will allow you to bypass certain trade restrictions and that kind of stuff. It's basically to make it so that like Chinese meso farmers couldn't just en masse keep botting on KMS because it was a huge problem. And I think also some PC bong like access stuff. Currently, some of the users who use illegal programs are getting benefits from easily by changing channels, and many players have provided tips related to this. Most of these users are using illegal programs for purposes other than hunting, so it is difficult for players to use lie detectors on them. Therefore, to impose restrictions on the users using illegal programs, we have created a lie detector that activates when changing channels in specific cases. However, we have made the activation condition very difficult to achieve in general, so that there will be less inconvenience for normal. Imagine you CC and you get a CAPTCHA. Please Please select all the pictures with a train, and you're like, oh shit, oh shit. Is the video game donkey captcha video? Is that one? Is that one safe? Does anyone remember? Can I show that on stream? I think it is. But yeah, look up video game donkey and captcha. That's pretty much. Green PCs use solar power. Nice. Error fixes. A bunch of fixes. Fix an issue where Darkseid was released when Invincible Belief activated. Trifling whim is created considering the attacking skill's direction and the direction the character is currently facing. Most of Windbreaker's skills create them without any awkwardness, since the attacking skill's direction are the direction the character is facing. But for summon skills like Howling Gale, the skill direction and the direction the character is facing may not be the same. Yeah, so sometimes Trifling Wind, I think it's what it's called, right? Would not be created. Therefore, when Trifling Wind is created by summon skills, we have changed it so that they will be created in the direction the character is facing, regardless of the skill's direction. I mean, I guess that helps for bossing, but maybe it won't help for mobbing if you want to kill the monsters behind you, right? But I guess in general, it's probably general buff, I would guess. For Nightwalkers, Darkseid activates by flash jump can no longer override regular Darkseid, except if you use Rapid Evasion while using Rapid Throw in Darkseid. Okay. For Nightwalkers, using Rapid Evasion while using Rapid Throw in Darkseid will move you backwards when you input the key once. Okay. Sure, there was an issue where Darkseid activated during Shadow Jump. Jump Darkseid would override regular Darkseid, change the duration to 2 seconds, so we changed it so it cannot be overridden. Rapid Evasion, which is often used to avoid attacks, cannot be used during Darkseid, so there is a problem where Rapid Evasion cannot be used when using Rapid Throw during Darkseid. Therefore, Jump Darkseid could override regular Darkseid only when Rapid Throw is used in Darkseid. And the existing logic we found there was an issue that when Rapid Evasion was activated during Rapid Throw in Darkseid, you had to enter the key twice to move backwards, and so we have fixed it so we will be able to when you only move it once. All right. As an EU player on any server, I was unaware that some things would have to activate after pressing it only once. I'm used to pressing everything 3 to 4 times. They changed awkward movement of mounts. Rapid Evasion is the backstep? I believe so. You typically use that to animation cancel out of the Rapid Throw. Like you activate the Rapid Throw and then you backstep out of it and then it it goes full brr. Fix an issue with Cadena, whatever, with Adele and a bunch of Lara fixes. Lara! Fix an issue with Lara, but after breathtakingly large tree disappeared, the map BGN would not change. It does not seem like an issue at all. While dead, the skills registered in Pet Autobuff will no longer be activated. Were they now? That seems normal. Guardian Angel Slime. The slime's weakness will no longer apply to the following monsters: Troublemaker, Romantic, Bomb, Halo, and Gold Slimes. When the Guardian Angel was first added, we made it so that the slime's weakness skill did not apply. However, in order to remove the effect of a skill that cannot be obtained currently on the boss difficulty, we have changed it so it does not apply to the other slimes as well. Well, that probably makes a whole lot more sense if I actually did the boss fight already. Features in the Guardian Wave pattern, blah blah blah. Features where sometimes certain skills are not activated in a groggy state. Phantom's Joker, Nightlar's Throw Blessing, Shadow Spear. Lucid, fixed an issue where sometimes she would use no patterns. Fixed an issue where sometimes she would be split into two and overlap patterns. Fixed an issue where sometimes the illusion barrage pattern did not activate. Fixed an issue where if you use the trumpet statue right before the start of the illusion barrage pattern, the UI would remain after entering the pattern. Alright, cool shit. Quests. Item changes. Ooh, fix an error where 5th Jout Demon class didn't do shit. Could not use the black secondary weapon box. Rip. Okay. A lot of small changes, Not going to go into all the details. We'll see when get the actual patch shows next week if there were any additions there, but this is just all quality of life stuff, small bug fixes, error fixes. A lot of these don't have like huge downstream effects. You're fixing an error in Protect Asphera where sometimes pressing the spacebar would not fire bombs. Okay. The no further down than this achievements changes have been changed to the seed. This doesn't go further down. Wow. Thunderbreaker related achievements names have been unified with the prefix Dreambreaker. Oh, Dreambreaker, not Thunderbreaker. Dream Defender. Apparently they didn't have that yet. Morning, brother. What up, Jay? How you doing? Okay. Okay. Revamp DA, please. Wait, he translated this well. Okay, maybe like a day late. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Go do it yourself then, man. Hello goes the patch notes. Many cool stuff in there. Better inability rolls, droplets, bags, and badges added to the Reboot shop. That's pretty big. That's all of that is pretty big. It'd be cool also if you could buy these with actual coins instead. Like, if you could choose, you could do like a bunch of Monster Park, buy them with like a few thousand coins. Actually, that probably wouldn't be worth it. Some boss pattern changes, some background changes, which are horrible. Thank you, I hated it. Just a few skill tweaks, but nothing much there. But a bunch of Oz rework, all like the shop, the rewards, and a lot of the floors, like half the floors or something, have been reworked, and some of them have been completely redone. So, since I'm not very Oz savvy at this point, 64-bit is not part of this. So we're hoping another notice besides this one later in September to release that one, hopefully. But yeah, a lot of floor changes. So I'll throw it all up on YouTube, and you guys can. I'll link the patch notes as well, so you can read the exact details for all the floors in Oz, and also for the skill changes if you want to see them. Well, not skill changes, mostly the game fixes, right? The error fixes and that kind of stuff. If you guys are interested in that. But yeah, so that's the last out of KMS, I believe. Let's double check. Yeah, that's the last out of KMS. So that was September 2nd. So September... No, that wasn't even... That was September 2nd. And that comment was from September 2nd as well. And the update was on... The updates are typically on Thursdays. That was September 2nd. He got this out the same day. Dude, that guy's on something. So September 9th or 10th, we should probably have the update. And we will know what goes through and what doesn't. I'm expecting the price of the badges to go down. But to what? I guess I don't know. To 12.5, to 10. Even at 10, I think it's pretty steep. But definitely a bit more affordable than 15 bill each. That's a lot of money. Baka, thank you for the Prime. Welcome to the Scardor. Congrats on extra chromosome. You buy beautiful Amazon. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're now eternalized in these patch notes that are going on YouTube. Congratulations to you. Oz Tower is going to take less than 1 hour now. Well, there's at least 2 floors that are completely redone, so we'll have to see which those are. There's some people actually running Oz 40-minute runs these days. The fastest people I've seen, which is nuts. Welcome, Pocky. Appreciate it. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you're excited about any of these changes. If you're loving the new damage overview. Damage transparency. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that they're trying to do something with the layering, but this ain't it, in my opinion. This is not it, Chief. What achievement did you check the badges you've already gotten? Under Exploration? Maple achievement. Sorry, Adventure, and then Special. Not Exploration. Adventure, Special. And then Monster Park is under there. And one of the achievements... Completion rate less than 0.01%. If you want these things, you can also run Monster Park on non-reboot on the same day. You get 7 runs a day there as well. You can double up on the chances and on the amount of clears, of course, if you're a true achievement hunter. What's so good about them? Well, currently we have the Magnus badge, which at the end, the Crystal Ventus badge, but at the end doesn't have any set bonus anymore, so it kind of falls off. This one is, these ones will be better. They'll have 7 all-stat and 7 weapon and magic attack, and they'll have 10 IED on the day of the badge. But if you buy all of them, you get the the day of the week badge. And then you can get 10% any day of the week. Plus, if you also have the 7-day Monster Parker, then they give you the set bonus of an additional 10% IED on top of that as well. For KMS, where IED is pretty rare, that's way more valuable than in GMS, but it's still, like, quote-unquote, the best in slot. So if you see on the right side here, you see 7-day Monster Parker medal, and you see 7 days badge, and then 2 set item equipped, another 10% IED. So, you know, instead of just having 5 all or something like that, or 10 all and 5 weapon and magic attack in that slot, if you don't have a potential badge, instead you can have 7 all, 7 weapon magic attack, and 10 IED, and access to an extra 10% IED, which, you know, is pretty nice. Does mean that probably don't need IED familiars and that kind of stuff. If you go hard on Legion and Links, and it's in general a little bit more access to something that has been in the game for a long time, but nobody's really able to utilize because of the no trade and reboot. So yeah, that's me going through all of these patch notes. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can give Origin Mushroom some love as well. And yeah, remember to stay tuned for more progression sessions. 2 lucky winners will be drawn every month from now on. And for the people who comment on the progression sessions, okay, not this one, but definitely feel free to leave a comment on this one if you feel like it. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what you're excited about, what you think is shitty, and what are you thinking about the 64-bit client. Are you still hoping for it? Are you doubtful? You think it's gonna be like it's gonna be pushed back or not? Let me know about that, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.